right, we're rolling. Okay. So today,
From the Fernando and Freddy Show.
Why isn't my name first?
hey guys, and welcome to another episode of the Fernando and Freddy Show. This is a Reddit on Reddit. All right, so this is going to be another AITA. AITA. Yeah, that's right?
Yeah, AITA.
All right. Here we go. All right, so the state where I live recently cut back on their current restrictions during, the time. I'm not going to say the word. And bars and restaurants are able to open again. In celebration of this, my girlfriend and a couple of our friends decided to go on the town. The day we're going out, my boss called and asked if I could pick up a shift for my coworker the following morning. I could really use the extra cash right now, so I agreed. My girlfriend was upset with me because this was supposed to be a fun night for all of us, but I told her I would just be the sober driver and the rest of them could still drink. There was a band at the bar, so the three of them were off dancing while I was shooting pool. I wasn't really paying attention to them, but every time I would look over, they definitely seemed like they were having fun. At some point, I went to the bathroom and came out to find one of the friends we came with, but not my girlfriend and our other friend. I figured they might have stepped outside for a smoke or something, so I just chatted with my friend for a bit. After about 15 minutes, I decided to go find them. I found them in the corner, both making out. I just kind of stood there and watched for a few seconds because I didn't really believe what I was seeing. It was like my brain needed time to tell the rest of my body what was happening. I immediately just felt numb and just turned around and walked away. My other friend saw me walking away and must have seen my girlfriend and the other friend too because she tried to stop me, but I just walked right past her. On the way out, I went to the bartender and I gave him $40 to call a cab for the three people. Okay. Then I went out to my car, turned my phone off, and drove home. About an hour after the bar closed, I heard a bunch of pounding on my door, but I just ignored it. I was laying in bed, but I was just numb, and everything at that point just whew. So after about 30 minutes, it stopped, and I think maybe I got an hour or two of sleep before I went to work. I didn't turn my phone back on until I got home from work the next day. I had dozens of texts and voicemails from my girlfriend and both of my friends. The messages started out asking where I was and how I expected them to get home, then changed to my girlfriend and friends saying that it wasn't what it looked like, nothing happened, etc. Then it went to why wasn't I opening the door and a bunch of swearing and name calling. I haven't spoken to my girlfriend yet, but I did talk to the other friend who wasn't making out with her. She said she called them out on it. They denied doing anything and said I must have imagined it. When she told them what she saw too, they tried to tell her there wasn't anything to see. She understands why I left, but thinks it was kind of an a-hole thing to do because even with the money, even with the cab the bartender called, it took multiple stops. It took multiple stops to get everyone home. My girlfriend and other friend were upset. I don't really care about their feelings at the moment, though. Does that make me an a-hole?
Where to begin? What a
Okay.
weird story because he referred to her still as his girlfriend. So if it's still your girlfriend, then why did you leave? Why do you care?
Right. Could you
'Cause, I
imagine?
mean,
Do you remember when we used to go out? Like, could you imagine what if you just left me at the bar?
I,
Be like, oh, I'm gonna go home and find your
I
way
have a
home.
pet peeve about things like that. Like one time, the very first time I went to a club with some people I didn't know, they were friends of a friend. They left us
Wait,
all.
can I stop you there real quick? Can I just rephrase what I just said? So, do you remember when you lived here and we used to go out to bars together?
Yes, I do remember, and I miss it, and I look forward to doing it again.
So wait, okay, just and then go back up now. What happened? What was your story?
So the friend who was driving, she just took off and left. She left everyone at the club.
And how did you guys get home?
We had to call someone from home, and we were in LA, of course, and we all live in Orange County, so you know how much of a drive that is for some people. And we had to call someone else to come get us at 3 in the morning.
Hey,
Because
at
we were
least
like,
they answered.
yeah, but we're like, she's gonna come back, and I remember it ended up having to be one of the someone's dad, I think, had to come get us.
Oh
And
my
I just remember
gosh.
after this, I've never ever let in someone else I don't know drive me to a place where I know I can't get home from. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
be,
the location wasn't disclosed, but why did they call a cab? What happened to Uber?
that's probably what the Uber was. It's probably Uber Pool. That's why it had to make multiple stops. A taxi's not going to do multiple
Well,
stops.
it would because they don't live together, so they probably had to like bring each person home.
It didn't sound like it was that way. It sounded more like they had to drop other people off before they dropped them off.
I don't know. I think it was just like a cluster, like getting everybody dropped off. But I was looking through, like trying to get a little more information. There wasn't like no more information to be found. So
It's probably another made up one, but either
yeah.
way, he referred to it as his girlfriend still. To it, sorry, he referred to her as his girlfriend still. Um, so I there's no story here. You are an a-hole because that's still your girlfriend because you decided you're still going to stay with her. So why make the big drama in the scene so you can get more like of like, oh, poor you, she was kissing someone else, boo hoo hoo hoo. But yet it's still your girlfriend. So
Well, I mean, it's within less than 24 hours. So I mean, if they haven't spoken
now,
yet,
the moment
how
he
is she
left,
gonna
he
break
made the
up with her if
decision.
they didn't if he
But he
didn't
made the
speak to her
decision when
yet?
he left. He doesn't have to speak to her to break up with someone. You make the decision yourself. He
Well, what
left.
if he doesn't
He
want to
did.
break up with her?
Then why did he leave? I would break up
Because
with
he was
someone for
mad?
leaving me. Doesn't
Really?
matter. You don't. Yeah, for leaving you in a bar like that. No. If you're upset, I prefer communication than running away.
Okay, but also remember he's sober and all the other three have been drinking all night. So everybody
Doesn't
else is
matter.
somewhat drunk. How are
Haven't
you
you ever
gonna
heard
have
that? Like,
how are you gonna have a rational conversation when, the other person's drunk
have you
or,
never heard
has
that
been heavily
saying? A
drinking?
drunk mind is speaks sober thoughts.
Yeah, but you can't necessarily have a good conversation with somebody who's been drinking, especially when you're sober. Have you
If
ever
she's
been, around other drunk people when you haven't been drinking? I know you have.
Yes, you remember I used to be the designated driver. Um, yeah, I mean, but often, unless you're like blackout drunk, then
It
what she
doesn't have
did
to be
wouldn't have.
blackout.
No, but I'm
Like
saying like
I
but no, but I'm thinking like the action she was doing, like unless she was like that drunk, like she's blackout drunk where she didn't really know what she was doing, and she ended up kissing this guy, or it doesn't really say if it was a guy or girl, but whoever she was kissing, um, it wouldn't I think in that case it could be excusable because if they're really that drunk to where it's like there's no thought, then and then that's why he's probably like upset and then he's leaving and he's like it's not the time to have a conversation. But if she's just like, she drinks often, she might be sociably able. It sounded like she was able to have conversations still because if the other friend called them out and they were able to lie about it and say, "No, you missed Saul," they weren't as drunk as they're saying. You know what I mean?
unless they were
Because
so drunk that they don't remember doing it.
no, because they had the forethought to say, "No, you missed Saul." That's what they
Yeah.
told the friend. So that obviously tells you that they weren't that drunk. They had
Yeah.
a few drinks. So, like, that's what I'm saying. So he's already made the decision that regardless of what she did, he's staying with her. So why cause the drama? I mean, I
Well,
guess
we
just to
don't he
save
didn't say
face.
that. I mean, for all we know, once they have their conversation, he's gonna say, "We're done," but just hasn't broken up with her yet.
No,
I don't
he
know. I don't
referred
think that he was the a-hole. I think he was fine. Maybe he should have given the uninvolved friend a ride home because,
that
I
too.
mean, they
That
didn't
too. Why
really
do I
do
suffer
anything.
for the actions of others?
Yeah.
You could have
Uh,
took me home and left them. We could
yeah,
have went
or
outside to have a talk and hopped in the car, went to have some Del Taco, and took off.
ooh, some Denny's, bottled water
Norms.
and hush puppies. Ooh.
Norms. I want that breakfast.
So we're not in agreement. Freddie and I have different opinions here. I
Yeah.
think he's not the a-hole. Freddie thinks he is. So what do you guys think? Let us know down in the comments. Is he the a-hole?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for watching, you guys. This has been another episode of the
Reddit on Reddit.
Fernando
Oh,
and Freddie
and
Show.
Freddy show. It's supposed to be Reddit on Reddit, but okay.
Reddit on Reddit.
From the Fernando and Freddy Show.
Why isn't my name first?